When you click on View Reports, this is the page you get. The familiar, what group you're into at the very top. And again, the guts of the reports are divided into three major columns. On the left column, reports on individuals, you the individual golfer. In the center column, reports on your group or your golf league. The third column are reports for specific groups, and we have some large groups like the Metro St. Louis Seniors. They get their weekly results, what they call the green sheets, posted in a certain format, and they get to it by clicking on this link here. Let's start with the group report so you see generally what's available. The results of all the tournaments by year, listing all golfers. You click on that, you list the year that you want to see, defaults to the current year. You list which week you want to see, select it by the drop down, and you can see what happened at Portochima. Select the date, and they had 4 golfers play, and here are the results. So you get this for every tournament that your golf group plays. If there are prize winnings assigned and recorded into the group's database, money leaders by year. Again, defaults to the current year, but you can see old history and you can see what the money totals are. Listing of the people in the group by their lowest handicap guide. Lowest averages on par 3s, lowest averages on par 4s, lowest average scores on par 5s, percent of holes birdies and better, percent of holes pars and better. These 5 are kept automatically as the scores are recorded by hole. Everyone in the group will show up on these reports ranked in how well they've done. Highest percentage hitting fairways, highest greens in regulation, best putts around. These are optional that are not related to the scores. And if your group is recording these fairways hit, putts, greens in regulation, etc., you will be ranked where you are within your group in these categories. Or if you, from the group's control panel, have entered the member's own optional stats, even though someone else is doing the data entry, you can record your fairways, putts, greens in regulation, etc., and see where you rank with other members in your league who are also recording these optional statistics. Count and list of active members for large groups and attendance checkoff roster is available. Members with the most rounds, fewest rounds, courses played the most by year. These are the group reports. To look at the individual reports, this is a listing of what is available, but to actually get to the reports, first of all, right above the individual reports title, you click the down arrow to submit what golfer you're going to look at. Click the Submit Selected Golfer button, and you get a page that lists the reports available for the individual golfer. Here you can display your last 75 scores, your best net scores, best gross scores, averages per par, putts, greens, and regulation. Let's take a look at this report. Here it lists for this individual in this group their total par 3 average over all the years that they've been recording their statistics on ourgolfstats.com, and it lists what they've done by year. So here you can see the par 3 average. In 2009, this person averaged 4.1 on par 3s. 2010, they were at 3.8. 2011, 3.6, and that certainly looks like good progress. Par 4 average, par 5 average, percent of holes birdie and better, percent of holes that were par, percent of holes at bogey, percent of holes double bogey, etc. Averages, putts per 18 holes, You still get a per 18 hole average here if you're just playing 9 holes. Percent of fairways hit, percent left, right, short saves, sand saves, greens and regulation, penalty strokes, date last played. So again, these are optional statistics, putts, fairways, whatever, that you can record for yourself if your league doesn't record for you. And these others over here are calculated automatically. And it's by year and total. Close that window. Let's look at the trend in your handicap guide. How is this person's handicap changed over time? This, along with all of our graphs, are color-coded. So here it's over 15 at 16.3, 14.5, 14.5, back to 15.6, 15.14, 15, 13.14, 13.12, back to 13. So you can see generally it's coming down, and this is improvement. Color code helps to see that right off the bat. Other that are color-coded are, again, the trends, which are the charts. So trends in putts per round. A little wilder, really low round here. I'm sure that 28 putts per round. Wish that could be repeated as opposed to the 39 putts per round back here on this date. Color coding shows you how that's happening. Trends in fairways hit is a very busy graph. Color coding helps to read it a little bit. The dark green, 84.6% of the fairways hit that day. Down here is the explanation of what the colors are. Purple, left of fairway, red, right of fairway, and short of fairway, should you record all of those. This helps show you what needs improvement and maybe if what you've been doing to improve has been helping. So you get your last 20 rounds on the graphs. You get a handicap label that is available to print. Prints out 2x4, and you can print this off and put this on something like an Avery label, or you can just print it on paper, cut it out, and scotch tape it to a plastic card, maybe an old credit card, whatever, that you can put in your wallet and take it with you to show what your handicap is. The last one I'll point out here is personal history at a particular course. This golfer plays a lot at Columbia Golf Club in Columbia, Illinois, so I'll select that course. This shows they played 58 rounds there. Par is 71. If you look at the best they've done on every hole, and put that one round, it would be a 58. Their averages would be 87.5. Here's their averages that they've done on the 58 rounds for putts, fairways hit, etc. Here is on a hole-by-hole basis what the par, the minimum they've ever shot on that hole, the average they've shot on that hole, the maximum they've shot on that hole. And to see all of the results for those 58 rounds at this golf course for this golfer, here's the date, and there are the rounds. Well, 11 fairways hit down here, 12 fairways hit there. That's good. So that is very interesting before you go play your next round of golf at a particular course. You might want to check that out. And the last one I should have pointed out is you can get all your rounds of golf, display your last 75 scores. And it lists with a break here on which ones are included currently in your handicap or above this area, but it includes your score, your net score, differential, the rating and slope for the tees, if you won any money from your group, the reason you won, maybe closest to the pin, maybe they won the total, front 9, back 9 in total, that was a good day. And that's available for your last 75 rounds of golf. As you can see, there are many, many reports available to you in using ourgolfstats.com.